I get it. I get it. They will paint and have painted the black man to be every single thing but righteous. They either want you dead, locked up, or to be gay. And I'm saying this with truth because I understand, overstand. I've had so many things said about me. I've had so many things said about me. And I'm sitting back like, why don't I ever hear anything righteous said about me? Is it because I'm not a righteous person? Listen to what I'm saying. Why don't I ever hear righteous things said about me? No, you can read it in a YouTube live. You can see it in comments, things of that nature. You can read it all day. But I'm realizing, why isn't I'll never hear anything righteous said about me? Because we live in Babylon. And they will do anything in their power, anything and everything in their power, to not show the black man in his righteous form. They either want you locked up, dead, or gay. And I understand, overstand, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I didn't realize how serious it was. You know, I used to live in north side of Atlanta, and you know, you see gay people everywhere. You see people everywhere. But what I'm not recognizing is the seriousness to it. Like, I've never witnessed it to the degree that people say it. And I'm like, I seen a video today, and I'm like, bro, they will do anything and everything in their power. What up? They will do anything and everything in their power to kill the black man, turn them gay, or lock them up. They will do anything and everything in their power. Anything and everything in their power to not put a black man in his righteous, most righteous form. I'm seeing what they did to Haile Selassie. I'm seeing what they did to that man. There's so many people I can name, to the point where, why does this continue to happen? Why does this continue to happen?
Do not eat the applesauce.
Okay,
Joseph,
guys.
he didn't get no ball.
Okay, I'm on live. I need some privacy. Thank you. They will do everything in their power. And I'm seeing the agenda. It even come from your own family. I'm seeing the agenda clear as day. I'm hearing all the things that's been said about me behind closed doors. And this is what I'm realizing. How Jah speaks. I'm realizing how Jah speaks. It's when you least expect it. I didn't expect to be sitting here and coming to this realization of what has been said about me. But it makes sense. It literally makes sense. Wow. They will do everything and anything in their power to take you out, bro. I don't know who you are, but goodbye. I understand that they will do anything in their power to create a situation, a rumor, a lie, anything to put the black man down. What's up? What's good, man? Hey, if anybody wants to send me a cash app, please send me a cash app. Please, because I'm just in need right now, bro. Like, they'll do anything and everything to make the black man seem like everything but righteous. Everything in their power. And I'm seeing what's been said about me. It's okay though. It's actually the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Because it shows who's in my corner and who's not. I love froggies. Shout out. I appreciate it. Hey, donate anything you can. I have Chime, I have Venmo, and I got Cash App. It's in my bio. But they do anything and everything to tear the black man down and to not put him in his righteous form. And I understand that we live in Babylon, but I didn't understand the stereotypes. I appreciate that. I am kind. I try to love everybody, but I'm understanding the stereotypes. And like I said, if anybody want to donate, I appreciate it. It goes towards the ministry and my mission, and our mission as a collective. But I understand the stereotypes. And I didn't know to a certain degree though. I didn't know how serious it was. Like I've experienced being locked up. I experienced the rumors. I experienced the even mental attacks. But I didn't know the real. I didn't know the real reasoning or the real truth to it. I didn't know that. Kaylin, go shower. Okay. I didn't know the truth to it. I'm on live. I need some privacy. I told Zaya that, please. I appreciate you joining the stream. I just understand like I understand that I come from a place of that mentality, but certain things I didn't want to see, so I didn't have to see. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to, go to certain parties and things of that nature to see that this certain group of people was really out here like that. No, I wasn't involved in that, so I didn't see that. I wasn't into the streets and things of that nature, so I didn't always see, certain things that was happening, but it was always talked about. But now I'm sitting here understand that these same things have been casted upon me from my own people. And it gets to the point where I'm like, this is what y'all really think about me? I mean, that's fine and all. Y'all can think whatever y'all want to think, but at least be truthful on what you think about me. that's the least that one can do. Because I'm not the violent type. I'm not the type to be upset into I'll get upset and get loud, but I'm not the type to get violent unless someone is starting to hit me or things of that nature, defending myself. But if someone wanted to tell me something that they thought about me, I would very much appreciate it if you just said it to me. But we're not always given that. We're not always granted that wish. But I'm seeing and feeling all the things that's been said about me. Because I wasn't always this way. I didn't always speak up for myself. I wasn't always as transparent as I am today. I wasn't always as wise. I always use my discernment. I didn't always follow my intuition. But when I started to learn these things, when I started to work on these things, I started to trust my discernment. I started to trust my intuition. I started to say like, which is which? And I'm seeing the thing that has been said about me. And I mean, I can't really be mad because I mean, at the end of the day, what's going on is they're, just feeding into Babylon. That's all that really happens. They just feed into Babylon's, stereotype and narratives. But like I said, they will do anything and everything besides put the black man in his righteous form. They'll put him on in everything else. On everything else, they'll put the black man on, but they'll never put the black man in his righteous form. It couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when it came down to Kobe, they couldn't even allow Kobe to just be straightforward and just be, good. They had to have something wrong. They had to make something happen to his career. Michael Jordan, they had to do something. Had to. They had to make something up or, have these certain narratives when it comes down to putting a black man in his righteous form. It's always a stereotype. It's always a narrative. It's always a rumor. And I'm sitting here like, man, I might as well just get used to this, bro. I might as well just sit back and get used to this. I'll sit back and enjoy this because I'm sitting back like, wow, like y'all really saying this stuff about me? That's cool. Thinking these things about me? That's cool. Because you see how Jah work. I don't have to see anything with my direct eyes. Jah will bring down them downloads when you least expect it. But it comes to happen when you're taking care of your temple. Could you please shout me out? I just came in from rough football game. Please, I got hit really hard. I hurt myself. Hey, Ian. Shout out to Ian. I hope you had a good football game, bro. I hope y'all won, but, recovery. Hope you get well soon, Ian. Yeah, man. Football is a great sport, but you can hurt yourself. You can get hurt in football. So like, it's okay to play football, but if you love football that much, just know you're gonna get hurt. So, but shout out to Ian, y'all. Give Ian some love. He had a hard day today, and he's gonna be better. He's gonna be back, and he's gonna be better. Of course, Ian. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Shout out to Ian. So, I really care when it comes down to community, when it comes down to loving one another. I have a certain love vibration. And sometimes the way my love comes across is that I love so hard and I love so deeply that I can sometimes, put my fire in the wrong places. That energy in the wrong places. And I'm realizing that I'm not supposed to be putting my fire in energies where they won't bloom. They won't blossom to its highest and biggest form. I'm only putting my energy, vibration, frequency into other energies, vibrations, that is where it's going to blossom. And I'm understanding that it's right here in front of me. It's right here in front of me. I don't have to go outside myself. I don't have to look for material things. I'm knowing that everything I need is right here in front of me. And that's how I know that knowledge is power. It's okay. The test is going to keep coming. Let the test keep coming. You know, I was born for this. I was made for this, bro. And that's what people don't think or don't know. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for these tests because God knows I'm going to fulfill them. God knows how much I value, my relationship with the Most High. God knows that. So anything that gets sent my way, God knows I'm going to reflect it right back and say, God, what do you want me to do? What should I do? God knows I'm going to do that every time, regardless of anything. And it's okay. It's okay it's okay where and when, the world puts all types of stigma and, things upon you. It's okay at this point. I'm used to it now. Not even just in my daily life and through my own people, even through my ancestors. It's just like they said so much. Man, that's not going to stop me. I'm not about to let no words stop me, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's amazing because it be the strangers that tell me the most wise things. It be the strangers that I meet on the street that they'll come up to me and be like, bro, like, no, you him. They don't know anything about me. They don't know anything. They don't even care about my past. They just see the light in me, and they always lift me up. And I'm overstanding. Like, it's always the quote unquote stranger. But is it really a stranger though? Or souls recognize souls? Real recognize real. I overstand the stereotypes that's been put not just on myself, but my ancestors, my people, and even by your own people. It's okay though, but it's okay because we as a people can have peace. We can leave in peace. We can settle in peace. He said, but even though I was hurt, I still kept going no matter what. He kept going. Big W, yeah. That's good. That's good, Ian. But guess what, Ian? You only have one body. I'm going to tell you the truth, Ian. You only have one body. And you only have one brain. I don't know how old you are, but I would say that we all have something inside of us that is a gift from God. And it's not about whether you run fast. It's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not competition. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to tell you not to play football. That's not what I'm going to sit here and tell you. But what I will tell you is to have fun when you're playing football, but to also know that football is not everything. You didn't come here to just play football. You see what I'm saying? Just like we can speak about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant didn't come here just to play football. He was many of things. So I'm not discouraging you to not play football, but what I am saying to you is that always remember that you are not just football. You are bigger than football. You see? I'm not saying, you can't play football. No, football's supposed to be fun. You get to know people. You get to have friends and meet good people. You get to work as a team. You get to, learn how to build together, learn teamwork, things of that nature. I played football and I loved it. But I also got to a certain age where I realized, like, I don't want to keep hurting myself. I don't want to keep hurting myself. I don't want to keep, being quote unquote scared. You get the adrenaline and you get the, the butterflies before a game. You like, you get nervous. Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you not to play football. It's definitely something that's cool and, can be cool and positive, for the community. But you're bigger than football. You have a brain that may invent something that could change the earth, could change the world. You may have the brain that's the next, president. And in order for you to be, the president, quote unquote, I'm being positive, encouraging that, not saying that they won't play football, but, anything can happen to you when you're on that football field. It can really hurt your brain. It can really hurt your body to where sometimes it's hard to recover. So, I'm not discouraging you, but I do want to say that I see you being more than football. I see you being a YouTuber as well. You know what I'm saying? I see you being a YouTuber as well, and bringing the people together through football. Just saying, hey, I like to play football, but maybe flag football. I used to play flag football. Flag football is just as fun, if not more fun than regular football, because sometimes you get hurt, but like not really. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, not to say anyways, but I'm basically saying like they'll do anything to put the black man in not his righteous form. And I see it clear as day. I see it clear as day. I see it clear as day. They didn't, vibration frequency didn't want me to reach this point. And it's not no animosity. It's not no revenge. It's more about me against me. You see what I'm saying? It's me against myself at this point. It's just me and Jah at this point. Because I'm realizing that how am I supposed to feel when I'm constantly putting things on my own self? When things are already on me, like, why would I put more pressure on myself when there's already pressure on me already? You see? Others may not have a certain pressure because they ain't called for certain things. Let's just keep it a stack. Everybody ain't chosen. Everybody ain't called to do certain stuff. But I know that I've been called to do certain things. I know that I'm chosen to do certain things. So I'm seeing why the this and the that in the comments and everything is set upon me. Keep it going. Because that shows me that I'm on the right path. He said, hey, gotta go. Hey, keep doing your thing. Change the world, my man. I'll be tomorrow. Hey, let me know when you are on. See you later, man. Hey, man, Ian, have a good night, man. Shout out to Ian. Appreciate the love, man. I will have a good night. Just looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good rest. Listen to some of my beats before you go to sleep. Look it up on YouTube. Des Dreams. DEZ DREAMZ. Or you could type in 77.7 FM radio, and it'll come up on YouTube. But that will help you encourage you to sleep well and have terrific dreams and amazing awakening, rising when you wake up. But it's okay at this point, with me. I still got work to do. This has nothing to do what I understand overstand. This had nothing to do with nobody but myself, me and Jah. I'm at war with my own self, bro. And that's what I'm understanding overstand, that's probably like the number one reason why America is, Babylon is what it is, because people don't focus on them enough. Everybody always want to point the finger, but why are you pointing the finger? You should be focusing on yourself. Or at least having that equal balance. If you got something to say, at least be doing the work. Walk it like you talk it. And I understand that, hey, it is what it is at this point in my life, bro. Like, it don't matter what's been said about me. Because what they're going to say, I heard it before. That's all how it goes. I heard it before. Say it again. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Zaya, can you please stop? Did you shower? No, you didn't. Go shower. And it's okay. It's okay at this point in my life, bro. It's just like I'm not upset. I'm not upset at this. I was wishing I was sometimes wishing that things in certain vibrations wasn't true. But then it's just like, well, if it is true, like, okay, well, thank you, John, for telling me the truth. I'm grateful. It's like I show 100% gratitude for every test that I go through, like, at this point in my life, because I'm knowing that it's for the betterment of for what I'm supposed to be, or even the betterment for the collective. I'm knowing that anything that I go through at this point is because it was just a test. See, it would be different if I didn't have a Saturn return and I wasn't aware of what was happening to me. No, I'm very much aware, and wherefore the test is going to be at an ultimate high. It's not going to stop. Can you stop, please? Thank you. It's not going to stop. The test is never going to end. Down to the littlest test. Every single time. Then you got those that are going to listen. You got those that's going to listen to Babylon. And then you got those that's gonna say, yeah, I'm going with Babylon. Then you got some that's gonna say, you know, I stand on my own. You got ones that say, you know what, I don't care what Babylon say. I'm doing my own thing. But then you got the ones that's gonna be persuaded. They're gonna say, you know what, I don't know which one to choose, but I'm gonna just choose Babylon because I'm scared. I don't know what else to do. It ain't fair. It ain't fair that even my own people, I've been put against their own will. When in reality, we all have the free will, but then they even take away the fact that we might have the free will. Like, bro, in 2020, they were giving out all of these shots, right? People didn't care if it was going to alter their DNA or not. Now we getting into the topic. People were so desperate for money, which is the root of all evil, to the point where they didn't care about altering their DNA. I never got it because I understand that it was going to take away my spirituality. Hence why I feel so outcasted all the time. It's because what they did to the collective and the mental of the collective, and even the DNA of the collective. Zaya, go shower.
Well, a journal said
Go shower, Zaya.
but can I do it in the morning?
Go tell your mom. Don't tell me. I understand that when people chose to say, you know what, I'm going to get this because I want to go travel, you didn't think about what it's going to do to your day-to-day life after that. Because you didn't know. I don't blame you. You didn't know. But the world that we live in now, you cannot sit back and say that it's not possible. That this is the reasoning why I am the way I am today. And I ain't talking about me. Some people got the shot and now are suffering the consequences of not being spiritually aligned. Having a one-track mind. Only able to focus on certain things. Not able to multitask. It's not everybody. Because some people have done the work to cleanse themselves. But I understand that, there's a lot more cleansing that needs to be done. Yes, you can. Yes, it's a process to it all. Yes, you can say I eat well. You can say I eat well, I work out, I do this and that. But did you get rid of them traumas that's in your family? Did you address those traumas in your family? Because most of the time, that's all it is. It's about addressing certain topics, talking about it, so then it washes away. But if you ain't talking about certain stuff, it's going to stay eating you up, eating you alive in the inside. And I get it. I'm not going to let this one eat me up in the inside. The ones that got the shots, you opened yourself up to demonic forces. Whether you believe it or not. Hence why you ain't really have no connection to nature. Hence why it's a little tougher to to overstand certain things. Hence why you like to be alone a lot. You see, it's not the same for everybody. It's not the same for everybody. But because I'm saying that because I really truly believe that some have to do certain work to remove certain things. Because I can only imagine the trauma. I can only imagine the trauma. I can only imagine the trauma that's been done. And what I mean by the trauma that's been done is the fact on like you're saying that, oh, I'm willing to get this in order to do this. Some people probably didn't even care. They probably didn't even think twice. But me as a spiritual being and always being that way, I would have been scared as I don't know what. Because I'm knowing that, I'm not going to be the same. Whether I believe it or not. Whether I want to fake it and say, yeah, I am the same. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot fake saying, oh, I didn't get the shot. No, your body, your mannerisms, your body language, your personality is going to change because that was the whole point of it. Was it to alter your DNA? I remember when you played the guitar. Yes, I still play the guitar. I still do play the guitar, and I'm actually about to, be doing it a lot more when it comes down to community. I'm a community activist, but I don't also just play the guitar. I don't also just not, I have to do both. It's part of my like on stream. Well, I only live stream really on YouTube. I don't really like stream all day like from a desktop. I just stream from my phone. But yeah, I'm about to start, doing more like community playing like outdoors and really having a community come in, and do it like more on a stage type of thing and go live while I'm doing it because like it's a seriousness. It's a seriousness to, showing and being who I truly am. I don't want to hide who I am. I don't never want to hide myself anymore. That's not how I reach the next level. That's not how I, have a Saturn return and it be successful. In my sense is by hiding myself. If anything, I had to be in plain sight to receive the messages. All I ever want to do is to be used to be a messenger. But then I understand that, your own people and things of that nature will try to shoot down the messenger by delivering the message. But instead of taking the message, y'all choose to tear down the messenger. My name is Ajaman for a reason. It's because my relationship with Jah is not like anything I've ever experienced. And what I mean by that is, it's just like there is no other, there's no other type of connection that can even relate. Because the vibration that Jah gives off is one of unconditional love. To the point where it doesn't matter how you woke up, how I woke up that day. But if I'm knowing that, hold on, my relationship with Jah is secure, nothing else matters. It doesn't. It doesn't. Nothing else matters when my relationship with Jah is secure. They do everything in their power to tear down the black man and to not put him in his most righteous form. I heard everything that y'all said about me. It's okay. I forgive y'all. I forgive. But before you demonize me, say something righteous first about me. How about that? Or vice versa. After you quote unquote demonize me or all this other stuff, say something righteous about me because you have to. You have to. You must. Because Jah don't ever put me in nobody's life unless it's a blessing. You see? Jah's not going to put me in nobody's life to make them go lower. No. Jah will only put me in people's lives for the blessing at hand. Because I'm knowing that I am a blessing. It's a blessing for me to even be here. My life is a blessing. So everything that I produce is a blessing. See, they don't want you to know that you are a blessing. They don't want you to know that everything that you produce is a blessing to humanity, to the earth. They don't want you to know that with a fact. They want you to prove that. How do you think that you a blessing? Who you think you are? What makes your seed so holy? Take the message, bro. Take the message. Take the message, yo. It's so many things that people believed about me. And it's like, wow, you really let Babylon change your mind about me. Okay. That's fine. But now say something righteous about me. Because you have to. You must. They're going to keep watching. And they're going to keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching, because I'm going to keep posting. Keep watching. Because you're going to watch this story unfold. And Jah gonna make you see every moment of it, too. Every moment of it, Jah gonna say, see? Yep, no, ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't sick. Nope, you see what Ajaman's doing? Yep, ain't nothing wrong with you. Yep, you gonna watch this whole thing pan out. You gonna watch all of it pan out. That's your punishment. Because you didn't take the message. You want to shoot the messenger. Okay. That was your choice. Nobody's perfect. But if you're not acknowledging even the things that you fell for in Babylon, good luck, bro. Because everything that I have done within Babylon, I'm held accountable for. Every relationship I've left, every time I got in trouble, every person I did wrong, every bridge I burned, everyone knows everything about me. But if you're not acknowledging the fact that, oh, I fell for Babylon when I got that shot. And now I may not even know like what's happening to me. You can say that because that's how you get help. But guess what? Maybe the ones that got it don't even realize that something has happened to them. Jah. Rastafari. I. Selassie. I. Wow.